me because I said I will never. We are not in competition with each other at all. So
Exactly.
so
Right.
that's why I said because at first I was gonna go with he wanted me to go with his blender, and I said no, I'm find my own blender. Which I'm like, now why the hell am I find a blender? But thank God for my good sister, my good. Hold on, you gonna always see me post about my good Virginia Slim smoking sister.
So tell you slim.
Tanisha is the most
Oh man.
supportive. Let me tell you, she is the most supportive Virginia Slim smoking motherfucker that don't smoke a cigar. She smoked Virginia Slims, but she could go to any lounge, and she the only one that'll be smoking a Virginia Slim and drinking Tanqueray and tonic or Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, but she supports the culture. She comes to everything. She will pay whatever she got to pay to get in there. She loves the culture. She just loves to be around it.
Hmm.
So actually she works for one of the department. She works for the Department of Corrections. And she used to be on one of the big national committees, so she knew a blender. And that
Hmm.
she hooked me up with him, so that's how I end up getting my blends together. Even though I know he
Okay.
probably like I can't stand that girl for doing
The
to do
cigar
for
man.
doing like that with that little cousin black girl. Because I'm going to meet him finally since the world that halfway opened up. But we did a lot of stuff on Zoom, and the way I cussed on Zoom, I know he like this woman talk like she's 6 feet tall and I'm 5'2".
Hey, look. That's how my mom. That's how my mom's was. That's how my mom's was. She'll talk like that. Cigar
Yes.
kid.
Yes. I just like to get the job done because the thing is my first thing is quality over quantity.
Yes.
My second thing is a great price because I already know in our community we have more people that want to smoke cigars. I see a lot of people that I got a lot of followers from I would see guys smoking Black and Miles. And I'm like,
Hmm.
you could get a cigar. Oh, no, I can't afford that, man. I went and tried a cigar, man. That cigar was like $15, $20. I said, well, I don't know who showed you a $15 or $20 cigar, and you would be pretty much considered a new to intermediate smoker.
Hmm.
But one, they was wrong. I said, but let me do this for you. I'm gonna sell you this one for this price. And at the time, that's when I was in Soul Brothers, and that's when he had like his economy slow strokes and rear ends for $5, $6.
Hmm.
Um, so I would sell them to him, and then that's how I got a lot of guys to get on for the Black and Miles and start smoking cigars. And then
I
with the
think everybody start
cigar,
off with the black and mild. I ain't gonna lie.
right?
That's what that was my. I thought
Yeah,
I was doing something when I was little. I was like, oh man, I got the black and
I
mild.
hold on. I had to have the wine tip. I had to have the
Yeah.
wine tip at
Yes.
that time.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
had to have that wine. Had to have the wood wine tip.
And new.
So trust me, we all had to start from somewhere.
Mm.
But I got a lot of my guys, and then now they come because I would always see them, and they'll still be trying to go out to these little regular spots down here, and that now down here, smoking is banned in clubs, um,
Mm.
Oh,
in
okay.
Louisiana, unless
Hmm.
you were grandfathered in or you have like a lounge that's pretty much has a outside
Outside area. Outside seated
outside
area.
like an
Yeah.
outside patio. It could be covered, but it
Yeah.
just has
But
to
it got
be
to be
more of an
outside.
outside area.
Yeah.
But the only two that really got grandfathered in was Don Juan and Churchill's, and those are the two that have been in existence forever. And Don Juan is like we call it our cheers. Um, During the pandemic, we were sick. So I ended up making my backyard to the Kim Vanna.
Mm-hmm.
So my backyard, I got lights back there and lawn chairs. I got fans up. Um, I put some tarp up to kind of block the heat. I did all that for the pandemic.
Yeah, I was
Got
gonna
a
say that because I know in the pandemic for a while I had to order online. Then they finally opened up partially. A lot of cigar
mhm.
lounges you go in there and you could buy it and then you could leave. But I know the tinderbox they opened the outside portion, and then they was able for the pandemic they was able to sell liquor,
Yeah,
and then they was able to they actually was able to deliver it. But now the pandemic's over with, they got all these bottles that they can't sell, but they got a bar, so like, it just goes to the bar now. But I was
right,
like, yeah, that
right.
was crazy. If
And
you
that's
was a
how it
cigar
was.
smoker, the
Yeah.
pandemic was crazy. You had to order online. None of the lounges was open. I was sitting there like,
Then the
fuck, I'm
mail
supposed to
was
smoke.
towards the dog, so it's like, let me go ahead and order $200-300 worth of cigars, cause shit, I'm a been to smoked all these. Then I was at
Yeah.
home. I was like hybrid working, so I would go in like 2-3 days and then be home. So I'm like, shit, I ain't got nothing to do but wake up, take my shower, go outside, start drinking and smoking, and then I could start it out. Then I bought everything like all my grill stuff. You know, we ball everything down here, so I'm balling shrimp, I'm balling meat, cone potatoes, crab legs. Crawfish was out of season, so you know we was already mad about that. I mean, so I'm out there doing all kind of shit. I went and got me a smoker, so I'm out there smoking meat. I mean, I got the kids a pool, so we out there we just outside, pretty much
Mm.
in my backyard. We was in our own bubble. So yeah, I feel that with the cigars, um, and I actually, like I said, I actually became a distributor after that particular year, and like I said, Antonio took a real big risk when he
Hmm.
started in 2020.
Yeah.
Um, because that was in the middle of the pandemic. And I know I would buy so much from him till before I became a distributor.
That's
And
gonna be my
it
next goal.
was
I'm gonna get my license, man. I'm gonna get me my distribution license.
yes, and holla at me. Holla at me. Cause I will do you right. One thing
All
I'm gonna
right,
tell you.
I'm a dollar.
Holla, holla at your girl.
We
Holla
got
at
some
your
guys
girl.
that could do the website, so we're gonna get the website up and running. I was like, yeah, we got to get the distribution, man.
And you know what? The hardest thing with the website that you're gonna see is trying to get a merchant credit card processor
Yeah,
merchant.
that's gonna be the part. Yeah,
That's gonna be the hardest right now. Um because I tried everything, I ain't lying. So I got kicked off of PayPal, so I can't even use PayPal no more. I got kicked off of Square, so I can't use Square no more.
yeah,
So
that's crazy how they do
it
that.
is.
It's
It
crazy.
is.
Like, oh, you got too much. You're making too much money. You like, wait a minute, hold on. I remember my bank had froze my account because I and shout out to the Warriors. I made a lot of money with that. I'm glad they picked Boston for an 8-1. I deposited, and they was like, "Yo, that's too much money." I'm like, what?" So we had to get that straight. But yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, when I got my cause I was, like I said, at that time I was a distributor for Soul Brothers. So when I seen how much we made on the Square, and that was really, to be honest, that was from the Houston Cigar Weekend. And I said, well,
oh, I
God,
want to go. Everybody, look,
that
everybody
was
that
that
went
was
there.
that was year 4. I didn't go this year.
Okay,
I
because
that was
the
year
two
4.
places I heard about was Houston this year and Charlotte. Everybody's like, man, I was looking online with the Charlotte. Like, yo, everybody in Charlotte, because I didn't hear about the Charlotte until it had already started. And I'm like, man, I can't take off work now. Damn it. But
Yeah,
I saw everybody there, and I saw everybody at the Houston joint. I saw everybody at the Texas one in Austin.
yeah,
I like, man, it's going up, man. I was like, I'm next year. I'm making my plans.
yeah, yeah. So I'm like, dang. And I said, Antonio, we gotta pay these taxes on this court. I said, I got kicked off this bitch. But we got to, let's see what we gotta do about this. So yeah, again, like I said, so now I'm just thugging it out with Cash App and Venmo. I direct people straight to my Venmo or my Cash App on my website, and it has been working well. Or if people are confused, I'll get their number or their email, and I'll put in their info within the Cash App or the Venmo, and I'll send them a request. So that's pretty much how I've been working it out, because when I spoke with the credit card, the only high risk credit card merchant, each company wants $500, so that'll be like $1,500. I gotta put up per MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express.
Whenever I
So
send something out on like even with you, when I send something out on Cash App, I just say it's something else. Like, oh, it's for lunch. Oh, it's a loan. Oh, it's gas. Because that's what I always tell. Because they're like, yeah, man. Sometimes the cigar shit they'll be tripping over. So I try to send. I say anything else but cigars.
yeah, because some people say etc. Some people say whatever. Me, I'll just kind of do the little smoke signals. I won't say anything about it, but
Hmm.
I do have a business Cash App. I just opened up another one just in case. Sometimes you just got to know how to play the system around. Um, because I end up getting my own domain with Sassy Soul.
Okay.
Because at first I was just using the Sassy Soul Cigars SBC at Gmail. So now I have my own domain with Sassy Soul 2021 at Sassy Soul Cigars SBC.com. So trying to be you got with business, you have to play things a little bit smarter.
Hmm.
So I wanted to be able to just do that, and it looks better when you're um doing business, far as getting your wholesale licensures and things like that. I end up having to do that when I became wholesale with Bovita. Um them motherfuckers gave me a hard time.
That's what
So
my man
I
with House
end
Nine said. He's like, man. He's like, he had to make sure he got everything right because they want to look through everything when you get a Bovita account. They want to
yeah,
make sure you got everything set up.
everything.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
like, yeah, that's what he said. He said Bovita was one of the hardest ones to do.
Yes, it was hard. And I'm like, bro, really? I mean, I got my prestige imports with no problems. I got all my other stuff with no problems. But Bavita, I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, yeah, it's good pricing. Don't get me wrong, but you know, you're still expensive. You still, I mean, but I had to get them because Humid Smart just wasn't working for me in the climate down here. With
Yeah.
the with the humidity, by the time it left here and got to up y'all way, it
Hmm.
was the pack was hard.
Yeah.
By the time it left here and went to Dallas, the pack was hard. And
Sheesh.
yes, so and when I first started out, I had 2,000 of them, and I'm like, oh my god, what I'm gonna do with this? So locally, when I would do like my local events, that's how I was able to get rid of them. But yeah, Bavita, they have some issue with them, and I don't. And I'm thankful to know that somebody else had a problem with them too, because
Hmm.
I was taking offense. But is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm blocked? What was the problem? I needed to know, but I did. Like I said, the doors are open now, so I thank God for the doors being open with that. And also shout out to all of y'all that's just taking the time out to talk to me and look me up and shout me out and everything. Again, all I want to do is be a black lady putting out some good smoke for great prices. That's all I want to do. I
You
just
achieve that.
show the
You
world
definitely achieve that.
it don't take a $30 cigar to be a quality cigar.
I
Um,
tell my buddies that when they first get in, because when they first, here's the problem. Everybody listen to rap and they listen to Swiss beats and smoking my Cohiba. And then son see they're like, oh yeah, we gotta get a Cohiba. Well, they might listen, they might look at a Jordan interview and see the cigars he smoked, or they might listen to Jay-Z, and I'm like, dude, don't get me wrong, those are good cigars, and they had the money to do that. But you could find $5, $6, $7, $8 cigar, a Dominican that's just as good as that. You know.
right, right.
I remember a
Because
dude was like,
those and those actually all of my flavors are Dominicans.
you ever had a guy, and it's funny. I remember I was in the cigar lounge and they closed it now, but we was like in just outside Pittsburgh. Guy walks in, I'm sitting there with the owner, we talking.
Uh-huh.
He liked Jimi Hendrix. He played the guitar. We listened to Jimi Hendrix. We
Yeah.
had some Buffalo Trace. We smoking. We drinking.
Oh, I love me some
And
Buffalo Trace.
the guy walks in, and he was like, "Oh man," he's like, "It's a nice cigar lounge. You got any Cubans?" And I was like,
Here we
and the
go.
owner looked at me, and we looked at each other like, he's like, "Yeah, he a new guy." Like, before Obama came in. So there was absolutely no Cubans unless you found somebody that had it. So he's like, "No." Hey, he's like, "What do you like about Cubans?" He's like, I never really smoked, but I had a Cuban one time, and this guy, and it was good. He's like, "How you know it was a Cuban?" And he said it was Cuban. How do you know?
How do
And he
you
said it was a
know?
Cuban. And he's like, "Man, look, let me go ahead and give you this." He gave him it was it was a hooligan. It was a barber pole.
Oh yeah, the hooligan, yes.
He was like, "Try
Alec
this," and the guy
Brown.
tried it, and he loved it. And he was like, "See," he like, "That's not as much as that Cuban that you bought."
That want to say Cuban that you bought because I was talking to my homeboy. Shout out to Terry Bowley. Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook, IG, all that.
Okay, I gotta find you on Facebook so I can add you because I have a Sassy Soul group.
Okay,
Um, and I'm gonna make you a moderator on there.
I
So
definitely jump on.
you could post all your stuff. Yeah, look, it's hot, so you see my dreadlocks is up.
I let mine down. But luckily the humidity went down. But I was like, yo, let me get out this hat real quick.
Okay, but yeah, he's actually over there, and I told him, I said, call me so I can so you can bring me some cigars back. He said, Kim, I'm not paying no $52 for no goddamn cigar over here. He said, your cigar smoke better than this $52 cigar, because this man just bought this $52 cigar and this man cigar ton of it. I said, are you serious? He said he can't even get the burn right on.
I will say shout out to Tinderbox because that 50th anniversary pardon I got only paid like 27 for it. So shout out to them because it was my birthday. But like
Oh, that
cigars
Perdomo?
like that. Hmm?
What you had, a Perdomo?
No, I had a pardon, the 50th
Oh,
anniversary. So
oh,
when I'm buying cigars like that, it got to be a celebration, and they get discounts for it. But like my average cigar range anywhere from, and this no lie, from 5 to about 15. Anywhere from the
okay.
house brands on up.
Yeah, yeah, because I they have a lounge in Georgia called a Sear,
Hmm.
and I wish they did ship because their house cigars. I got the 70 by 7 house cigars, sticks,
Hmm.
Maduros. Oh my god, they were so good, and I'm like, God dog it, I should have got more, but we flew down there, so I also had gotten cigars from other spots too. So I'm like, because
Yeah.
I was trying to find every black owned cigar that I could. Because when I go out of state, that's my thing. I like to try different black owned or minority owned or boutique owned cigars when I go
Hmm.
out of state. So I have gotten so many of those where my big black box that I brought because I had to bring some down there to some other people. Um, they it was full, so I ain't had nowhere else to kind of hide it to put in my suitcase. So I was like, I gotta get me my hands on some things. And when I seen you guys, when I found, when all of us found each other online and stuff, I see so many Black-owned cigar brands now, and I'm like, none of us should be smoking nothing but us.
Hmm. They got this what's it, Alphaline that's black owned. They got some really good house sticks, and it's this spot in Bethesda. It's two. It's one in Bethesda, Maryland. There's one somewhere in New Jersey called Cortez. They only sell their cigars. That's all they sell is their cigars, and they have some really good cigars. But
And
again,
what I'm gonna
since
do
it's so
is when
close
you
to
go to
DC,
these
it's no
spots,
parking.
you let me know, or if they have a website so I can buy them, let me know.
I'll take it. I
Um,
don't know if I don't know if they ship, but Alphaline really is just down the street, and Cortez is not too far from where I work. I'll grab some.
Grab some and just send them to me, and we'll swap out. I'll just send you some of mine, and we'll swap out, and we'll do that. I'll also get some hips and heels for you, because in fact my sister will be coming down here to Baton Rouge to celebrate her anniversary, her and her husband, the
Hmm.
end of the month. So I'm so excited about that, because I went to
She
Memphis last year. So she's gonna come down to Baton Rouge for the first time this year. So I'm so excited about having her here, and we
This is
gonna
a
do
good
some
ass
dope
cigar.
stuff. And we probably get online and cut up and act a fool together. She want me
Yo,
to cook, as hot as it is. She want me to cook her some god doggone gumbo, but I'm gonna have to put my
girl, you
house.
notice what they gonna ask for? The gumbo, the jambalaya. You notice what's gonna happen?
I'm gonna have to put my house down to 52 degrees to cook this good seafood gumbo, because I don't cook. FYI, if somebody say they cooking chicken and sausage gumbo, that is rice and gravy.
Hmm.
That is not gumbo. I'm so sick of people now. And my homeboy got online the other day. He had obviously went to Tulum or something, so I guess they said they had gumbo or something up there. But if you don't have someone from Louisiana, preferably South Louisiana,
Hmm.
to cook you some gumbo, don't eat the people gumbo, because they ain't gumbo. If you don't have you some fresh cleaned blue crabs, some shrimp, Gulf shrimp,
Hmm.
that people go in the water with a line. They have
Hmm.
traps for these particular shrimp. Okay,
Oh yeah,
Gulf shrimp.
being up here, I know. And that
Yes,
blue crab up here in Maryland, man, they serious about that blue crab.
right. And the thing is, we serious about it down here, because we fights to get it down here to put in our gumbo. When it goes on sale, like when they have blue gumbo crabs on sale, do you realize we be standing in line trying to get them gumbo crabs, and they be about this big? But we want them because Thanksgiving is gumbo time. Everybody know, for Thanksgiving. Well, for Bayou Classic weekend, because that's
Yeah,
Grambling
that's
Southern.
big. Yeah, that's big down there. Yeah, that's
For
big up. You know
Bayou
what?
Classic weekend, you gonna cook a
It's
pot of gumbo to watch the game if you ain't down in Knoll.
how big it was. I'm gonna tell you how big that event is. In Chicago, we was talking about that event. That's how big it is. In Chicago, every Chicago, we like, man, they getting it in down there. Margin man, I say, oh, it's serious down there.
You don't realize how many alumni Southern and Grambling have all over the world. They have
Hmm.
alumni chapters all over the world. That's why Southern is still their own. They have their own system. They're not a
Hmm.
part of. They're the only HBCU that has their own system, Southern University, which is
Mm-hmm.
housed in little bitty Baton Rouge,
Mm-hmm.
up the street from where my mama grew, from where myself and my mama grew up, which is called Scotlandville. It used to be Scotlandville, Louisiana, but now they put it with Baton Rouge. But some
Mm-hmm.
people still say Scotlandville, Louisiana. It's a little bitty black neighborhood. Um, they have nice homes up there. A lot of the Southern professors used to stay in some of the neighborhoods up
Mm-hmm.
there. Um, a lot of the teachers, like my mom, is a retired teacher. We stayed in Scotlandville for years until we moved to another neighborhood. But it's in a black neighborhood. It's the only black ran only standing system in the HBCU system. So yeah, and Graham is like the treasurer up in North Louisiana, far as HBCU wise, far as football and HBCU wise. Grambling, I'll say North Louisiana now. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of called Baton Rouge North because my son is between Central and North Louisiana. So they're calling that Baton Rouge North because they're grabbing all of the high school guys from Baton Rouge to go up that way. Southern just don't have enough room for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, it's more schools down here than Southern and LSU. Preferably LSU. Because everybody knows LSU.
I
More
took a tour
schools
of
down
Tulane. I almost went to Tulane. I took a tour down there. And I was like, I almost went down there.
Tulane's a good school. My other daughter, she's actually at Xavier. That's a predominantly black private owned Catholic college down there in New Orleans.
Okay.
They don't have football. They have everything else though. She's actually on a track scholarship. She runs the 400-meter hurdles.
Okay.
So she's pre-law down there. So that's why I said my second home is NOLA. My third home now is gonna be the Alexandria Shreveport way. So um I'll be getting around a whole lot, in between these two places. Usually I always have, because again I was an Eastern Star for years. I kind of just gave it up due to some personal reasons, and also just my business growing. And when we shut down because of the pandemic, everybody just started doing things for them, and that's pretty much what I did. And once my business got to growing, I'm like, I just don't have the time no more. I don't, you make time for what you want, and that's just something that I know I just don't have the time for. My business is my cigar business. I've always been a people person, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
really, really coming out of my shell with everything now, because usually I was kind of shy about doing because that's why I was like, are we going to do the Instagram or are we going to do a stream? Straight, like I
Yeah.
said, this
This.
is my
Cause see
first
this.
time ever
This
using
is
stream.
This is pre-recorded. Oh, this is being recorded right now, and we're gonna release it on. We release all our episodes on Monday, which brings me to this question. Since we talking about business, what
Hmm.
is your ultimate goal in the cigar game?
My ultimate goal.
Yeah. What is the end game? Where do you want to be?
My end game is I want to be on the billboards just like AJ Fernandez. I want to be at the big old conventions in Las
The,
Vegas, and
the
my
PCA.
name is
Yeah.
featured. Yeah, and my name is featured. I have a feature night where my cigar is the featured cigar. I want to be able to eventually open up. We have a few shops on main highways
Mm-hmm.
in the United States where truckers drive.
Mm-hmm.
Truckers and buses drive. When that trucker want to stop and be able to get him some cigars, I want to be able
Mm-hmm.
to be that stop to where they could stop, had them a smoke. I could have a big area in the back if they wanna park their truck and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna be like a truck stop, a truck cigar spot. You know, it
That's
could
the
be
first
open for
time I heard somebody say
everybody
that.
else, but I do want to have that big parking to where they can have somewhere they can park and they can sleep. Um, my son's goal is to do a bed and breakfast. He wants to open. That's his goal. He's going into business as well. And I said, you know, we were to do a cigar shop and then the bed and breakfast on the side, do you realize how much money we'll bring in? You
That'd
know,
be dope.
that'll be dope.
You definitely
So
get some money out that one.
yes, so those are the things that's in the makings for Sassy Soul. I want
Okay.
Sassy Soul to be a household name like LFD and Asylum and Cohiba, you know, and a Cuban. I want Sassy Soul to be a household name like that within the
Mm-hmm.
cigar community. I want people just to know that I want my, you know, and I know, you know, FYI smoking is not good or what have you, and the nicotine and whatever, and tobacco. But I want, you know, people that do want to smoke and everything, I want them to know that a black girl can have her own brand and they can make it in this business. I want I want them to know that you can open up a business that is primarily male dominated and you
Mm-hmm.
still can make it out here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing that I really want to do and show people you can make it. You just have to know how to network. You just have to know how to speak when you're spoken to. Um, you just have to know when it's your time. Some
Mm-hmm.
people jump in and they wanna put in thousands and get all and put in so much to do. You to put in more money trying to bring the product out, and then your product don't make it.
Yeah, you ain't worried about the product. Yeah.
You ain't worried about the product.
Yeah.
You
You worry
you
about the
worry about the
promotion
you
and trying to get
you
it, and
worry
you ain't
about
even worried about the
promotion.
quality.
You worry about because I had a guy hit me up. Oh well, I like your labels, but I know you can I can get them embossed and all this and that. And I said, well, baby, let me tell you something. I'm not my people are not worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
I said my people are worried about the quality of the smoke. My people not worried about because they got a pretty gold foil wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, people save wrappers, but a lot of people put that to the side because once you get to the bottom of your cigar, they want to get the bottom of the cigar. They ain't
I ain't
worried
gonna lie.
about that.
I save all my rappers,
Yes,
but
and that's why I
I'm gonna
said
make
a lot. Some
I'm gonna
people
make a
save
table
their
out of it. I'm gonna
yes.
make a table out of it, but my rappers have a purpose. But yeah, so if you go ahead and wrap it up, you know what though? I've never heard anybody say that though. Like a truck stop cigar like that. That'd be. There's a lot of truckers that smoke. I know a lot of truckers, and I know a lot of them smoke cigars.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. Like they'll smoke, they'll get it, they'll get it before they go,
Mhm.
and then they'll have, you know what I'm saying, they'll get like a bunch of them before they go, so they can just go out on the road because, like you said, there's nowhere really, unless you got like a huge park, like there's nowhere really for you to park your truck.
Yeah.
So you got to get
I
them
just and
before and
that's
then
my
you go.
and prime example. I just had to meet a guy that drive truck in the Walmart parking lot recently because he didn't have nowhere to park his truck.
Yeah.
So he called me and was like, "Well, first off, he called me. He said, "Well, do you have any soul brothers?" I said, "No, I no longer distribute for them." I'm like, "But if you would call me early, I can get them for you. I don't have no problem with that because we do. Sometimes if people ask for them, and I can call Antonio to get them, we'll just do one big old order like." people order some from me. Some people order some from him. Even with Nola Cigar Crew, same thing. We'll just send out. I'll just send out one big old order for all of us.
I just
You
want
know,
to try these
we'll pay
cigars too.
all of us, separately, but I'll just send out one big old order. Because that's just the complimentary things. Those are things that I do. But I said no, I don't have any on me, but I have my own. And he said, "Well, send me what you have." And he was like, "Oh, okay." So I had to go meet him because he was in his big truck trying to go back to Dallas. So that's something that I want to do to be able to eliminate those type of things. Have a big old parking lot. Um, as my spot may not be huge, but I would rather have a big old parking lot so they can park, they can have somewhere to sleep. I even have shower quarters where they can shower and everything. The bed and breakfast will be next door if they would want to, if their family travels with them and they would want to get like a little room for them. I want to be able to do that because
Mm-hmm.
that's something that they don't have. You have to think about those truck drivers. You got to think about those people that drive buses. Um, Things like of that sort. Some people have families and they want to bring their families on. The first gentleman, shout out to Michael Brown. That is my first gentleman. That's my husband. Um, he drives charter buses.
Mm-hmm.
So he sometimes wants, us to come. And he does get rooms or what have you, but he also smokes cigars. And he has to come and gather cigars up here because he can't take the bus to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to a
Yeah.
lounge. So, those are the type of things that I want to do. I want to
I'm
do
glad.
something like that.
I'm glad you want to do that. You know what? And when you look at this, damn, I'm a rat teller. When you look at this, the culture, man, I think a lot of people like when he was doing it, a lot of people they's like, oh man, thank the doctors and the nurses. And I'm like, man, y'all forget about the truck drivers who drive. You forget about the bus drivers. You forget, I'm by trade. I'm a mechanic. You forget about them.
Yeah.
The people that keep the
Okay.
stuff running. Like you forget
Yeah.
about people that keep everything running. And they never gave my $2 raise. I never got that. But they forget about everybody that like keeps everything running. Like don't get me wrong. Hey, shout out to the healthcare workers and all that. But you gotta
And
think
I'm
that
a health
ambulance.
and I'm a healthcare worker, but I get it because we had to in our clinic, we had to give supplies to the hospital.
Hmm.
They had to take stuff from us to be able to have stuff in the hospital.
Hmm.
So pretty much we had to go to video visits because we didn't have everything we needed in the clinic to run. And then on top of that, we didn't want anybody to get sick.
Hmm.
So we had to minimize the things that we did in our clinics.
Hmm.
So but the trucks, if it wasn't for the mechanics keeping the trucks rolling, the charter buses having to get people from here to there. I mean, even the city bus, your city transits.
And then shout out to them because
People,
they deal with a bunch of like my buddy back home. I got a couple people here too, but my buddy back home with the CTA, and I
yeah,
remember when I was
yeah.
a kid. Now here's the thing: when I was a kid, we didn't curse in front of adults.
No,
We
we
didn't
didn't.
disrespect the bus driver. We didn't do none of that. But I
No.
look at it now, and he's talking to me like, man, these kids is different. Man, they cuss, they fight, man. He's like, we gotta be a bus driver, a referee, a police, and it's crazy, like how these people don't get the shine, which we're gonna get some of them people on here because it's crazy how people forget like the people that actually like help this country run, help the country
Yeah.
move,
Yeah,
and they
and
just
that's
forget
my
about it.
husband's that's my husband. The whole pandemic was CTA down here in Baton Rouge. So he had to go through the wipe down of the buses. He had to go through the wearing a mask the whole time. He had to
Yeah,
go through, having people not wanting to wear their mask, putting people off. People wanna one to his ass because he like, you gotta get the fuck off of here. You ain't got no mask on.
and
You got
and we wore the
children
mask,
on there cussing.
and it was hot as hell. We outside
Yes.
wearing the mask, and it's hot as hell. So we outside and we wearing the mask. That's the least. You know what I'm saying? The least they could do.
Right. And I mean, it was, it was to the point, I mean, he ended up catching COVID. Um, my daughter ended up going, our daughter, our 6-year old started school last year, and
Hmm.
she ended up catching COVID because she's that baby that stayed at home. I'm thankful to still have my mom that's alive. So she stayed home until kindergarten. And, by us being older parents, we like, well, we ain't got no choice but to send her because we wasn't going to send her then. But, we didn't want the people to come get her.
And we're gonna have my
But
brother. He a school teacher too, but I think with luckily when I went to school, grammar school, it was an all black school, and we got taught black history. Like a lot of shit that I know.
me
If you
too.
came from a regular school, you would. I didn't have a white teacher. 'Cause I was in high school, so like a lot of things that I would know, the regular person wouldn't know. So like the teachers get a lot of credit too, and it's crazy because my man was talking about that too. He was like, man, he's like, because they talking about having them have guns. He's like, so you want us to be security guard, police, and you want us to be a teacher? He's like, you don't even buy school supplies, so how the hell who gonna buy the guns? So it's
Right.
crazy, man.
They don't even supply the paper no more. You as a parent have to supply a ream of paper for
It,
the teachers now. Because they don't even want to get a teacher's paper. They
and
got a
that's what
limit of how many copies they can make.
and it's crazy because we get like when I was in PA, we had a special tax for just schools. And they went to the school and they was like, we ain't got the supplies we need. I'm like, where's the money going, man? It's crazy. Like teachers are really unsung heroes, and I had a bunch of my teachers, a bunch of my teachers to be real. I don't want to say they kept me on. I was off the porch, but they kept me for doing a lot of dumb stuff. And my mom's, my uncle, and all them, so they kept me from doing a lot of dumb stuff. So I ain't really,
They'd reel your ass back in. Let's say
yeah,
that.
I ain't do nothing. I
They'd
ain't do
reel
nothing
you
too
back in.
crazy. So ain't no F's on my report card, no felonies. So shout out to them. I was talking to B1. He had to leave though. I talked to
Yeah.
B1. We talked about. We was like, because at first when I was younger, I ain't gonna lie, my father, my mom, I couldn't stand them. But then as I got older, I was like, that's why they did that shit. That is why my mother passed. My father said when my mother passed. And I remember I used to go to my mom's house. We have a drink together. And I was like, yo, thank you. I know what you did that for. I thought you just being mean, but I know what you was getting me ready. I appreciate that.
Right. And
You don't
now I
understand until you,
understand.
yeah,
And
you don't
now I'm
understand until you
trying,
get
yep.
older.
Yep.
It,
Now, but I'm trying to get my older kids to understand
they understand when they
why.
had kids,
Huh?
especially when they had kids. I mean, I had my first daughter. I was 24, and I
Mm-hmm.
had it was a book, Parenting for Dummies. So my mother, I was in the house and I was reading. My mother slapped it out of my hand. She said, "What you doing?" I'm reading this book. She said, "Ain't no book on parenting." Like ain't nothing in that book. Everything in that book is what happens in the best case scenario. And as
Look,
she told me that,
why my daughter, hold on, why my daughter? Oh, I looked it up on Google. Look, give me that goddamn baby. Cause look, look, the funny part about it is she almost was on, look, my grandbaby was almost, hold on for a minute. Hold up for just one moment. Hold up. Well, grandbaby sleep because she loved the camera. Cause I had took some pictures of her.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get grandbaby, but yeah, just like with my daughter, she was. Oh, I looked this up online. I looked that up online. I told her, I said, girl, look, we have all that. When you 23 years old, ain't you still alive?
My mother, as my mother told me that book don't tell you shit. I
No.
changed the diaper for the first time and I didn't do it right. And my
A
daughter just
boy,
dropped the deuce all down my arm as I'm holding. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, I told you. I'm like, ah.
a boy.
Huh?
You had a boy or a
Yeah, I had a
girl?
daughter. I had a daughter.
Your daughter? Oh yeah, oh yeah. So you didn't put that pamper on right.
I had the
Oh
pamper on
yeah,
right.
I know.
Right down the arm. I was like, oh.
Look,
I was like, oh. It's like, yeah, that book ain't tell you about that, did it? I was like,
no, it didn't. It didn't tell
no.
you about them explosions.
My
It didn't tell you about none of that.
my
Trust me,
daughter
I
hit too. You know what
know.
it didn't tell me? My daughter hit too. She was in the crib and she learned how to take her diaper off. And she made art on the
Yeah,
wall and
yeah.
the playpen. I was like, I was sitting in the front room. I'm like, what's that smell? I go in the room like, oh, why would you do that?
It didn't teach you about them getting out that crib either.
It did.
It
It
didn't
did.
teach you about none of that. It didn't
She was an
tell you
escape
about.
artist.
Hold on. It didn't tell you about them temper tantrums.
Mm-mm.
It ain't tell you about them when they go to school and you have to get called from work. It ain't tell you about none of that. Cause
None
baby,
of
see
that.
my 21-year-old. See that one now, Big Deborah. See that one now.
They teach me none of that. I was like, oh, why? I was like, yeah, you right. After that first time when it came out the diaper, I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna. Hey, mom, pops, grandmas, granddad, yo, what did y'all do for this? I started asking them, yeah, throw this book away. This book don't do nothing.
No, it don't. That's a wrap. I mean, you. It ain't no parenting 101. It ain't none of that. I mean, that's just like yesterday. My grandbaby stayed in here with me and slept all day. I know she gave her mama hell all night, and guess what? I had to go to work, so I couldn't hear.
Now
So the thing is,
I'm gonna speak as a kid. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna speak as a kid who has a kid. Yo, why y'all treat the grandkids so much better? This is my question. Why do y'all let the grandkids get away with stuff you didn't let us get away with?
well, my grandbaby is still like 3 months, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but I'll say
You
this.
gonna do it. You gonna do it.
I'll say this. My mother
Hmm.
was very soft with my children. And
Hmm.
I would always say, Mama, especially with money, I would always give my children money.
Hmm.
So, and I would always give, when my mom retired, I would always give her money too.
Hmm.
So she would always be like, Kim, you got a couple dollars out of her. Mama, I just gave you money. Oh, well, them children had needed. I gave them children money. Oh, well, them children said, well, them children wanted some chips. I had chips in here. But they didn't want them. They wanted some.
I used to make mama burgers. What you talking about? You going to get a McDonald's? What's up with that? The one
Right.
line I was so glad I was able to use. I was my daughter did something, and I was spanking on the hand, and my mom was like, she's like, what you doing out there with that? I told her the same line she's using with me. I like when you when you have kids, you can tell them what to do, but this is mine. She looked at me like, boy, I'm just saying because that's what you told me. So this is because I was doing.
Oh no, hold on. Let me tell you, my mama just told me. Cause see, J Rock and J Rock, the Big 21 is named after J Rock. J Rock wore that number from league ball to high school. So the Big
Mhm.
21 is named after him. I was praying he could get it in college, but somebody already have it. And with running back numbers in college, it kind of runs a little bit
Not
different.
a,
So
yeah, it's
probably,
not a lot of numbers.
huh?
Not a lot of numbers when it comes to the halfback in
Yeah,
college.
yeah. So, yeah, so that the Big 21 is named for him and his number. So she always tell me, well, you know, because she tells everybody, oh, J Rock is my baby. You know, he would get out because he would literally because at first I thought she was coming in my room getting him and putting him up there with her. So one night I said, you know what? I'm gonna just put like a little bell or something in the room just to see if you know if he's getting out the room, if he's if she's coming to get him. So huh? Okay. So I said, I'm gonna see if she's coming to get him. So when I saw she would, when the little bell rung and I see his little leg going over the crib and the door would be cracked to the point where he could just open that door and crawl in there where my mama was. I'm like, Mama, I'm so sorry. Because I'd always say you was coming to get this little boy, and this little boy literally was getting his fat leg over this crib and coming in there with you. It has always been like that. My mom is older now. She's not able to, be in the sun and everything. Thank God, 75 is a golden year now, and she's in great health. I thank God for my mom. We're gonna try to get her out to some games, some college games for him, because that's gonna make him feel good. Even for her to know that, even for him to know she's even in town. Because I did book like 2 rooms for every game, every home game up in Pineville. So I was looking for an Airbnb, but that's his mama. I tell folks that's his mama.
I
That
will
is his
say,
mama. And my
my
6-year old, same thing. She was retired by then because she was still working until my son went to first grade. But she was retired because me and Mike had a blessing. I was 36 years old, and I went to a deep depression for about
you tough.
7 weeks.
You tough. I ain't having. I'm 40 now. I'm not having any more. I'm done. I will say this though. I'm glad that I had that my daughter had the blessing of. She met her great great grandmother.
Mhm.
Because my great grandmother lives. She's like 99. So my daughter made her. She met her great great grandmother. So
Mhm.
I'm glad at
And
that.
see,
But
mine met my kids were able to meet their great great grandmother as well. She passed when she was like 87. So it was a blessing that all 4 of them did get a chance to spend that long with
mhm.
Granny. So yeah, so let me tell you how my grandmother name, which is Coco,
Mhm.
which that is a real grandmother name if you look it up. So anyway, I wasn't gonna take grandma because my mom has always been grandma. I wasn't gonna take granny. Um, I wasn't gonna take granny because my granny um is will always be granny. So I wasn't gonna take Momo because I'm too young for that. So I said, well, Coco. But I did it with a K because my name is Kim. So I said Coco. So
So it makes sense that you hanging out with Coco cigar cutie. That don't even make sense.
right,
It don't even
right.
make sense.
So when I seen that, and then she also told me we have so much in common. She told me she has 5 kids too, and I'm like, wow, are you serious? And she told me, but she had more grandchildren than me. I'm just starting out with the grandkid thing. Um, I'll far as looking at, I'll say my 21-year-old, she ain't have no children. My 19-year-old, she probably not either. Cause she's the one that's gonna be she's going to be the one that's gonna travel the world. She's gonna be the one that's gonna be like, Mom, I went to this cigarette lounge and I met your friend.
That's
Um,
that's how I am.
Cause that's how she is now. Like some of my home. Shout out to the Robears out of NOLA. Um, we are real close. In fact, she just Sister Robert just crossed Zeta, so she was my daughter actually seen her 'cause she goes to SUNO down Southern University of New Orleans. So she actually my daughter was there when they did like it was called Shimmy Like a Noob because my daughter is real active at Xavier's campus. So she actually seen her and she didn't really know that's who my people were. And she was like, Mama, I seen your friend. Mama, I seen your friend. So it's like now, everybody she don't know, but my homeboy with NOLA crew, Richard Hines, he is a police officer, so I always have a open eye.
Mm-hmm.
I might not be there, but my eyes still down there in New Orleans. Let's say that. Wherever I go, wherever my children go, my eyes gonna be somewhere. Cause I know
Mm-hmm.
somebody everywhere. But and that's why I'm so like I said, I'm so happy that, far as nationwide, I'm getting to meet everybody because I'll feel more comfortable when my children travel. Cause they gotta live like us. I mean, look at us. We living. This cigar thing got us living out here. We
Oh yeah.
literally are meeting people that we never would have imagined meeting on a ram. And I mean, you could be sitting next to a senator, and you don't know they're a senator, but you're having a conversation, and that means you know what you got your foot in the door where you never thought you would have had it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm telling people it don't matter if you're a janitor or a CEO. When you're in that cigar lounge, same level.
It's the same level. You right here. You're right here, and
I
I've
met
met so many
my
people.
lawyer. Well, my lawyer in PA. I met him. Um, my financial advisor. I met him there. I've met so many people in the cigar lounge. So many good people. Federal agents, cops, and everything. Like it's just.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
I'm
have a
telling you,
lobbyist that, in fact, his wife is running for judge down in New Orleans, and I did some labels and some specialty cigars for them.
that's dope.
Um, so I'll get those cigars to him on Thursday.
We gonna holler at you about some for us. We definitely gonna holler at you about that because what we trying to do is we trying to do okay. So let me tell you so in Chicago
Mm-hmm.
I was working in factories and everything and I was just tired like I'm not making enough money and I turned on WGN. I see this Oprah interview with this guy Alex. He
Mm-hmm.
was he's actually from there. He's from New Orleans and
Okay.
he was an architect. He was an architect. Came to Chicago as an architect and he's like. You know what? I think I can do cars. And he just started. He learned the body work, everything, the body part of it. I do the mechanical, but he learned the
Yeah.
body work and everything. So I'm sitting there and I'm sitting in the house. I'm like, man, son, son got. I'm working two jobs. Like I got my daughter. I said, son, got to change, man. I can't keep doing this. I'm killing myself. So I looked and I saw him. So then I went out to him. He taught me body work and everything. And I was like, yo, we doing all this body work. We ain't got no mechanical part of it. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to school for that, and every time I go back, I teach the kids some mechanical, and I was like, "Yo, they probably into it." So we try to have some type of like even if it's like a auction or something, and we're gonna donate the money to them because like he's one of the guys that really got me on my path. 'Cause my life is it's crazy. The life expectancy the '90s was crazy in Chicago. My life expectancy was 21. I was gonna be thrown in jail, and I was doing a lot of dumb shit at the time. So I'm 40 now. not dead. I, I've been in jail, but not prison. So I was like,
Everybody
yo,
been in jail and not prison. So
I was like, yeah, I was like, I gotta help my man's man. He got a I gotta help my man. So we're gonna definitely do some auctions off of him, and just to show appreciation, because that man, like, honestly, he saved me.
he
Because
said,
yeah,
yeah. And you know what? You always have that. I call her my kids call her their fairy godmother. I call her my white mother. Her name is Mom. We call her Mama Lee. She
mm,
just retired last year. From like 35 years of nursing.
mm,
So I never forget I was in a bind. Um and I was sitting at the desk, the nursing station, and I was just kind of, trying to figure out what I was going to do about some things. At that time, I was a single parent of four, didn't know what I was going to do. I had bills due. It was Christmas time. Um, you know, mama, when you get at a certain age, you got a set income. So I'm sitting there wondering what I'm gonna do. So Mama Lee was like, "What's going on?" She was like, "You always so closed in. Come talk to me." So I talked to her. Whatever, started crying, and she was like, "Don't worry about it. I got it." So she got everything for my daughter's now 19.
mm,
And my daughter at that time, that's when The Princess and the Frog came out. With Princess Tiana out of New Orleans, everything. So all the stores down here, all the Walmarts down here didn't have anything, but the Walmarts of course, the white area had it.
mm,
So that's where she lives, and she got everything Princess Tiana that you can think of. She
mm,
got it for my daughter. So, like when my kids would have different fundraisers, whatever, she'll be like like when she'd get a bonus or something, she'd call me even after I left the apartment. Look, Kim, I know they about to have these fundraisers. Let me just write you a check out for $1,000 so you can go ahead and just put this towards the fundraisers and stuff. So now when she see me on like Facebook, and I still keep up with her and everything. And she now has got her first grandbaby. She
mm,
always says, and I never forget when she first met Mike, she told Mike, "Look, let me tell you something. You mess over my baby. This is my baby girl."
mm,
She said, "I ain't racist or nothing, but I will hang your ass from a tree if you play with my baby." Because she was fine single,
mm. So
and
I've had those conversations.
she done made a name for herself single. Don't mess over. She pregnant with this fifth child. You better do what you say you gonna do for all five of them. So 10 years later, we still good and he's still alive. So I thank God for I thank God for that. Um, but yeah, I'm saying that to say, everybody in the world is not bad.
Mm,
Everybody, just because they're at a different tax bracket, is not against you or looking down on you. Now they have some, and I'll say this: it don't be they might be you might be making 55, and they might be making 60,
mm,
but they gonna still look at you like you shit at 55, and they only making 60. Or they might have a credit score of 800, and they
mm,
could get more than you, and your credit score might be at a 580. You
mm,
understand what I'm saying? It's like the people that look down on you, they really
mm.
don't have nothing.
No,
They
there's a
might
lot of
make a
fun going on.
couple more thousand, a
A lot of
couple
fun.
more thousand.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't get. And I know we about to close out, but I'm going to go out with saying this. Shout out to my people everywhere that support me, because I have more people that are not in my circle support me than I do in my circle
They
support
say
me.
it's always harder to get your friends to support you. Shout out to my homies. I got a lot of friends that do support me, but yeah, that's what they
And
say.
I
And
do, and don't get me wrong. Like I said, my Virginia Slim smoking bestie, Tanisha, she supports me no matter what. She she might smoke Virginia Slims, but she support me, and she
Mhm.
support the cigar community as a whole. She not going to no other club but a cigar bar. She
Mhm.
not, and she go wherever she can go. She got the money to go sit in spaces where she can go pay $20 a glass for her wine.
Mhm.
But she would rather come to our Cheers, Don Juan and Churchill, at the cigar bar and smoke her Virginia Slims. And it's a shame because when they see the little boy, they say, "Oh, Tanisha been here."
I want to say this before we get out here. I want to say to all the people out there, 'cause a lot of people out there, and they proud and they like, oh, I'm gonna do it on my own. Look, nobody made it on their own. Everybody's had help.
Everybody's had help, and I'll be honest with you. I am the one. You ain't gotta pay me nothing. I just want a chicken wing or a drink. Just give me
You,
something to eat. I want chicken wings. I don't eat boneless. I don't like
she
tenders.
said, drink. Okay, I got you right here. I got you.
That's why I said I just want a drink and some chicken wings and some catfish. Not no
Oh
balsamic.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Let me leave it just. If you drink cognac,
Yes.
uh, try to try Nyack, Nyak.
And
It's a black owned cognac company. I'm gonna tell you how good it is. I went there to buy bourbon. I'm a bourbon drinker, and they
okay,
gave me a free shot of that. And I was like, you know what? And it's only like it was only like $25. I said, give me 2 bottles of that.
where you get it
That's
from?
I got it. It might be down there, but I got it from a liquor store over here. And actually, I'm gonna put the picture up on my IG. I met the owner, and I was like, "Yo, dude," because so with
See,
the
I'm
liquor
just, you
store
know
owner,
what? I'm just Thursday. I'm just gonna send you some money. And I just want you to send me a care package of some stuff
oh,
that
I got a whole bottle here. Like, like
that's what I
I'm gonna
said.
tell
I
you how
just need
crazy it
you to
was.
send me a care package of the things that in the South
Now,
we don't
can I ship
have.
liquor down there?
Huh?
Can I ship liquor in your state?
You can ship it to me.
Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna tell you how it's crazy. The owner of the cigar, I have a corporate account. That's how much liquor I buy. I have a corporate account.
Go on.
It's like this
Now
guy,
you gotta put me on with that.
this guy, the owner of the lounge, the owner of the liquor store. He's like, this guy, he buys whatever I tell him. Whether it's high end or low end. If I tell him it's good, he buy it. It's one of my loyal customers. He said he wasn't even gonna buy your liquor. He said he was going to buy bourbon. I know what he's going to buy. He tried it. He liked it so much. He bought 2 bottles. I got an autographed bottle in the house.
And
I never throwing it away.
I haven't tried yak in years.
So
I the last
it's
time I
so
drunk
good.
yak was the Hennessy VSOP with Red Bull, and that was
Yeah, drunk juice. Yeah, I
when
had that, and I didn't go to sleep that night. But this liquor, I
yes,
will put this bourbon up with. I'll put up against Hennessy. I'll put up against Remy.
and Martell Blue,
This some good cognac.
and the Martell Blue.
I'll put up against the Montel Blue. This is good cognac,
Okay,
and it's
well that's
for
all.
half the price.
And guess what? Guess what? I'm all for it because it's black owned.
Send me,
You know,
send me
me and my
your
home.
address.
Shout out to my other homeboy JT. Just celebrated a birthday. Saturday, Sunday. Um.
So he's on my. So it was Sunday. It was my birthday too. So definitely
Okay.
shout out to him. So I'm gonna send you the. I'm gonna send you the bottle.
Yeah.
It's just.
So we
I'm
were
telling you, this
talking.
cognac is so good. You gonna. I'm telling you, you gonna love it.
Yeah, and I'm all things black owned. I'm trying to convert everything I can in my household to black owned. If it's toilet paper, paper towels, whatever liquor, perfumes, cigars for show. I mean, anything I could get black owned, I want
Have
to
you tried
have.
the? Have you tried the BMC?
I
Blue
haven't
Mountain
had
cigars.
I haven't had Black Mountain. I seen it today.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. I seen it today, and it was something else that was black on. I'm gonna send you a list of things that I want. Now I've had Definition.
Shout out to him. We're gonna have him on the show. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Definition Cigars. Tell them Sassy Soul said hey, and they need to holler at me because I buy their cigars. They need to buy some from me.
Chicken also. We're gonna have her on the
I've
show.
had
Coco, she's gonna hook us up with
I've
drunken
had
chicken.
yeah. I've had drunken chicken. In fact, my homeboy that I always repost, Nola cigar smoker, Brother Blunt, he he did the drunken chicken little cigar. He had the chicken.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, it was so funny. Oh my God, he is so hilarious.
How
So
crazy
he's
it
the
is.
one that say, this may not apply to everybody, but it's gonna
No.
be
I saw that. I
for
commented on that.
somebody.
Yeah, I commented on
Yes,
that. I saw that. Yeah, that was good.
yes.
And
So he always.
she lives here, and every time I go to the lounge, I just miss her. Like Mona in Baltimore, that's a black-owned cigar. She a black-owned lady. I went there, I just missed her. I go to TNG, I just missed her. I go to 210, I just missed her. I go to Alphaline, I just missed her. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna
So she
catch her
probably
one
an
day.
early bird. She probably like us. We see like I'm a early bird. Like I'm a like right now because of school is out or what have you. When I get off work, I'm going smoke and I'll be home. I'll get off like 4:30. I'll be at the cigar bar from 5 to 7. I'm home for 7:15. That's the type of smoker I am now because I just.
But the problem is I can't go to sleep. So if I go to sleep, no matter what time I go, if I go to sleep I gotta be up at 4.
Mhm.
At 1 this morning, woke up at 4, got to work, and this I operate after 7. I can't go to sleep. After 7 in the morning, I'm up. So
And see,
I
you know
I
what?
put it
I
on the
feel it.
military.
I am too.
That's
Now,
how the military
yesterday,
is.
I ain't
Like
gonna lie. I was
that's how the
up.
Navy got me. The Navy got me at a certain time.
So
I
you
can't
was
go to
in the
sleep.
Navy.
Yeah, at a certain time I
Okay, so
can't go to
yeah,
sleep.
I have a shout out to my cousin in the Philippines. We call him Punch. Glenn Jollop. He was in the Navy. He now him and his wife he settled in the Philippines, married a very beautiful lady. This is his second marriage. And he is bringing the Cajun flavor to the Philippines. And they over there. He over there making them folks find him some good catfish and good shrimp. And
I know a cigar maker out there. I gotta talk. I gotta definitely get them on the show.
holla at him and let me know because then I could. Do you realize we got so much we can connect,
Oh yeah,
bro? We
I'm
about to make.
definitely
Hold
gonna
on,
hook you
we
up with
about to make the world go round.
I'm gonna tell you a couple of cigar a couple people we had on and make good cigars, and it's just crazy. Like I've been on my channel. See, before I started doing the podcast, I did travel. So
Okay.
I've got videos in Philly. I got videos in Iceland. I got videos in Buffalo. I got videos in Canada. I got videos everywhere.
So you never
So,
made it down south though.
oh yeah. I got I just did rally. I did. I went to I went to my people's farm in Shaw,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you how. So they tricked me. I didn't know. They was like, oh, you gotta catch it. Then you gotta catch the chicken. I didn't know you had to trap the chicken. Man, I
Yeah.
chased that motherfucker around for an hour and a half. Like, man, fuck this chicken. Give me vegetables. They tell me you had to trap it. So and actually
You
well, I was
gotta
thinking about
fatten that chick.
retiring.
Yeah. You gotta. Yeah. Now I don't know if you ever heard. So for the Mardi Gras, for as we call the Acadiana parishes, the flats. Far as when you go further, like Lafayette and Mamou and
Yeah,
everything, they have for the Mardi Gras they have what's called a chicken run.
yeah,
So every parish, North Louisiana don't celebrate Mardi Gras, so you ain't gonna see nothing in North Louisiana. It's all gonna be South Louisiana.
yeah.
In fact, down here in Baton Rouge, our Mardi Gras ends that Saturday.
Right.
Before um
Now I
before
gotta go down there for
Thanksgiving.
that. I keep saying I gotta go down there for Mardi Gras. I haven't.
But yeah,
I haven't been.
yes, the
I haven't
best
been to
Mardi
Louisiana yet.
Gras. If you want a family oriented Mardi Gras, you go to Lafayette, um, and like New Roads, those areas. If you want a adult party Mardi Gras, you go to NOLA.
See, I,
The
I
family
skipped over y'all. I went Mississippi, Texas. I've been all through Texas. Not all through Texas. I've been in Austin. I've been to Dallas, Fort Worth, Oak Cliff. I've been through all that situation. Man. I
oh,
don't know why. I
you
know
been to
why I never went.
Houston?
I haven't been to Houston yet. My man came from Houston. I haven't been to Houston or San Antonio yet.
Gotta go to H Town.
I
Man,
got it.
H
I
Town.
know,
I say
cause
that's a whole
I know
different. There's a whole different party in H Town. H
after
Town
I'm
is a
retired.
whole different
Um,
party.
I'm retired in Phoenix. I went down to Phoenix, and I'm gonna tell you how crazy. I went down to Phoenix. It was 84 degrees there, no humidity. I
Mm-mm.
called up here and was like, "It's 94, man. We dying." I'm like, "Man, it's 84, and I'm comfortable." So and I got a bunch of people in Phoenix as well. I love Phoenix. It felt like you went down there. It felt like home to me. Like I go, and I met when it comes to like comparisons to Chicago. I love Baltimore as a comparison. I love Buffalo, and Buffalo actually have the same accent. They talk the same as us,
Okay.
and I didn't because they right on the river. I didn't know that. I looked at the History Channel and I'm like, oh, they right on the river.
Yeah, they're
So
on the
they
river.
got the same accent as us. I say water the same way they saying in Philly.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm tired of winter. I hate winter. Winter isn't as bad as here, but I don't want to see any snow. So I'm like, Phoenix is definitely because I was gonna move to Austin. I was gonna move to Austin before it got popular. And I looked and I was like, oh, that shit way too expensive. So
It
I'm like,
is.
yo, it's gonna be
Like
Phoenix or
my cousins, they stay on like the outskirts of Dallas and Fort Worth and Austin. They stay on the out. You have to go to like more of the outskirts of it. It's not far,
mhm.
but it's still a driving town. It's Uberish. You can Uber for like a few dollars, but that's like anywhere like popular like say for instance in New Orleans I park my car and I Uber everywhere in
Yeah,
NOLA because the one-way streets and the traffic especially I mean it's a tourist town and once you go to like somewhere where it's tourists you're gonna get that even when I go to Houston I'll stay in an area that's not a tourist area.
yeah. Same with the
um
locals stuff. That's why
Yeah,
wherever I go, I want to go where
yeah,
the locals go.
like I stay by like they have Hobby. A lot of people don't fly into Hobby Airport. They'll fly into the bigger airport down there in Houston. So I'll stay by Hobby, and they actually have a double tree that is so nice. But you could get a room there a night, a suite a night for like $95.
For all y'all people that want to go to Chicago, you can fly in whatever airport you want. You can fly in the Midway or O'Hare.
Mhm.
Both of them connect train line. If I
Mhm.
had actually after the O'Hare got some nice places too. If you fly in Midway, Midway got some nice places. But once you get out of that little area, you want to go to straight to O'Hare. Take the blue line straight there. You'll find you some nice little places. Like I know, me and my brother was supposed to go, but we had a trip where we was gonna go to Phoenix, and I reserved the tickets, and the site I was on they sold the tickets, so we went to Denver. But like I
Mhm.
was looking at either Phoenix or Tucson, and I got a realtor. Shout out to my man Rail. His wife is
Mhm.
a realtor. Like yo, I gotta stay here. It just felt like home. They had all. We don't have any home. There's no Chicago food here, but everywhere. Like I went to Raleigh, they had a Chicago. They had Chicago food. I went to Denver, they had Chicago food. I went to Phoenix, they had Chicago food. Like, why the fuck don't we hear? It's so many Chicagoans in DC and this Baltimore and all this area. It's just no Chicago food. Like, I want some house. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, our cooking basically came from Mississippi.
Mhm.
When my grandma's made food, she taught my moms and my aunt and all them how to make food,
Right,
and I learned
right.
from them. So this basically this Mississippi food, this Southern
So
food.
y'all getting the good greens and the good baked macaronis and the
Oh yeah.
and
Yes.
all that good. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, I got it
yeah,
mixed up. I mix the collard greens with the mustard. You know what I'm saying? I gotta
yeah,
get all that
yeah.
in there.
The mixed greens.
Good.
Yeah.
I remember
Mm-hmm.
my ex I was with. She was like, she made some cornbread. I made the greens. She made some cornbread, and I was like, what? I tasted. What is this? It's like, oh, that's Jiffy. No, we don't do Jiffy. Give me the cornmeal. Give me the cast iron skillet. I'll
Give me the
make you real
cast iron.
cornbread.
Yeah.
I,
No.
I don't.
No.
I do not
Look.
like Jiffy.
No. We
That's
don't
that's a
do
that's a that's a
that.
yeah, that's a cupcake. I don't like Jiffy. Don't give me Jiffy.
No. No, we don't do that.
Hey, shout out
No.
to moms there for teaching me how to cook. And a
Yeah.
lot of and they was telling me this like because my
And see,
grandfather.
because you probably know what Trinity is. You probably know what the Trinity is to mix up with the seasonings and to cut up the
Yeah,
seasonings and everything.
oh,
See, everybody don't know that.
I remember I told my ex, she was like, how you my daughter's mother, she's like, how you clean the greens? Like, oh man, you use washing powder or dishwashing detergent. She thought I was lying. She called my mom up. How you clean it? I was like, she's like, yeah, you use washing powder. She's like, oh, he was telling you. I'm like, yes. You get all that grit off there. You gotta get the bugs and the grit off there. Put a little salt in there. I'm like, yeah, I know
Yeah,
how to. You know, I know how to cook. What's wrong with you?
that's probably
So
like
yeah,
if
she didn't believe that.
you put a whole chicken in some of these girls' face, they don't know how to cut it.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get up out of here. But I'm gonna talk to Coco. I want you and Coco. I'm gonna have you, Coco. I have Rose on at the same time. It's gonna be an interesting conversation. It's gonna be three ladies. And I gotta
I
have y'all
bet.
on because, like I said, Rose. Like if I don't know, it's two people I go to if I don't know a cigar pair and I don't know what's happening. My man Josh at the tinderbox and Rose. Rose will sit there and you'll see the computer move. She'll be like, "Yeah, this what's up with that." And every time she told me, it has always been right. It
And
has
see, you
never
know
been
what?
wrong.
I have been working on my wine game. So my next thing is I want to become a sommelier. So I've been
Oh
working
yeah,
on my
yeah.
wine game. So I went through my Pinot Noir, my red,
Hmm.
and now I'm on my Pinot Grigio, a white. So I'm working on my wine game right now, pairing different the Pinots with my cigars. And then I want to get into some more brands to try to pair
Oh,
with the
Rose will
cigars.
tell you. It's
And
only
that's
two.
why I said,
I drink
hook it
Riesling.
up. I can't wait. I'm excited
Oh,
about that.
definitely is. I drink Riesling, and I drink. It's this wine that's mixed in bourbon barrels that I drink. I tell you what, I'm gonna holler at her. I'm gonna see when she get on. I'm gonna hook you. I'm gonna holler at you, and I'm gonna holler at Coco. We all gotta have this
Like I
conversation.
said, I'm available any day after 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is always 7 o'clock CST is always a good time for me because
So I like
I
that.
don't have
I can put my light on. I got my light on there, so I can do that. Like I formerly CST time. Now I'm on EST, but I travel so much the time don't affect me anymore.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna. Yeah, she's CST as well. Only people be EST, and my brother is CST. So only people be Eastern time is me and Coco. So we gonna hook that up.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Well, all right
Before
then.
we
You
go,
have a good night.
before we go, I want you to
Okay.
tell people where they can reach you at.
Y'all can reach me at on Facebook. My name is Kimberly Jackson. You'll see me my picture on there. I also have my Facebook page, which is Sassy Soul Cigars. On my Instagram is Sassy Soul Cigars Louisiana SBC. And my website is www.sassysoulcigar, not a cigars, but cigar, CIGAR.com. And at this time, I am running a special until the end of the month. All internet orders will receive 20% off until July the 31st. So y'all come on there, buy y'all cigars. I have a cigar for everybody. I also have the $5 cigar of the month, which is the classic Cameroon. Very good cigar. It's probably gonna stay on the line. So y'all come on there and y'all hit me up, give me some views, get my whatever, I can't even
Algorithm.
say that name. Yeah, that.
Algorithm.
Get that up for me. And cause yeah, we from the South. We don't we butcher everything. Y'all say we say Herbert, y'all say Abel. So that's what I'm saying. We butcher everything out here. But get my numbers up, and like I said, all I am is a little girl that's trying to give y'all some great cigars at a quality price.
You
And
did it.
great quality cigars at a great price. So that's all I'm trying to do for y'all.
So I'm gonna holler at you probably like later on this week. I'm gonna send
Okay.
some cigars. I'm gonna get her address and cigars to her. Let her
Okay.
try them and everything. But I definitely want y'all on the show, so I'm gonna see when she can get on. Um, and I guess we gonna have ladies' night. We just gonna be see. We gonna me and
Have a
B,
ladies night.
B,
Let's have us some
me and B
ladies
gonna
night.
sit back. Me and B gonna sit back and let y'all talk.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Let B be off though, cause B need to be off in under some good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we ready. We gonna probably do it. If we do it, I normally like to do it either Saturday or so. We look. If you need whatever you want to do, we accommodate it. But like Sunday morning, I like it best because I can go to my lounge
I'm good with
and
Sunday
sit in
mornings.
there.
I'm good with Sunday morning.
All right, so we're gonna definitely holler at everybody, see when we can get it up. But yo, everybody, yo, thank y'all for tuning in. This episode will
Thank
be
you.
out. You the longest guest we had right now. So we're gonna go ahead
I'm
and
with it. I'm sorry.
go ahead and get it, man. Hey, thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to you. Great cigars. I'm definitely gonna order some more. I'm gonna order a few more,
Got you. I'm
and
ready
then
for you.
we got you. We're gonna order a few more, and we're gonna get it from there, man. Everybody, hey, thank you. Remember, blow your smoke like a goddamn gentleman, and we out.
Puff pretty girls.